This is my name is Pat Stouty, and I'm happy to be with all of you. But I want this to be interactive as possible. I have a PowerPoint prepared only because it keeps me in order, but doing things in the right order. Ooh, for some reason, I'm not seeing any. You guys seeing my screen?
No.
No, that's why I'm not seeing my Zoom. Hold on. And y'all won't believe the time I've put into this, and yet I don't feel prepared because I had so many technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. Share. Now you see it on my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, super duper. Let me get it to full view. So we've had some amazing trainings on Saturday. We're trying to get some recordings so that we'll have like a library that'll help everyone. And if you have any background noise, whoever's on the phone, 515, if you could mute 889, mute yourself, *6 if you don't have a mute button. We're glad you're here. Thank you. And anybody has any background noise, if you want to come in and out as, you know, to talk. It's not like we don't want to hear people or answer questions and that kind of stuff. So thank you. So we've done some amazing trainings. Basically, Dee's led the crusade on trainings, and really since conference, trying to get a library of recordings that we can have to go back to. And we've done a lot of, you know, reviewing of the wonderful 12 weeks of Growing Global, and tried to really dive into, you know, kind of like peeling the onions and getting to the meat and potatoes of those trainings, and very specific, very detailed training, starting a client, you know, just everything about being a health coach. What do? We only do 4 things. We sponsor clients, we support clients, we acquire clients, I should say, and support clients. We sponsor coaches and support coaches. So Dee's done a beautiful job of taking many topics and turning into some beautiful, very detailed trainings. I've done a couple on the technology, and we still do have, I have our recordings that we'll show you at the end of this. Today, what I'd like to talk to the topic will be using pictures. We use pictures a lot in our business. We love before and after pictures, but also as a company, we have claims and disclaimers that are very, very important. We've always had them, and over time, they've changed. And we just recently had a change. And so that's what we're going to talk about today on this Saturday training. So we must have, I'm going to pull this up here. Okay, trying to get the picture out of the way so that the recording will show the PowerPoint. With before and after pictures, we must have these new claims and or disclaimers, whatever you're using on your pictures, need to be for all pictures that have been posted since June 26th. Now, we had a little leeway time that we had until August 26th to make changes. Well, that deadline has come and gone, so it's very important, and we're going to talk about that, even going back to anything that's been posted, especially on social media, flyers. Anytime you use a before and after picture, from this point forward, it needs to have the correct claims and disclaimer. If it does not, it would never pass compliance, and compliance is very important, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we carry on here. So we have claims that, you know, we have new findings. There's new research that just came out for our Optavia community. And this information basically is in Optavia Connect under news, I think. And in the search box, I typed in claims and disclaimers, and this is what came up. So these claims must be worded exactly in the same manner as described below. So, and there's a few, we have different options. So let's talk about what do these words mean, the key terms. First, as a claim, and that's any statement made by a company or a consumer that conveys an expected experience to another consumer, or it's what will another consumer have, what's their experience will they have with the product after they see this claim. A testimonial is a consumer's endorsement. Like, most of us are consumers of our product, but we are also coaches, so that puts us a little bit, but we can still do testimonials. But the disclaimer is really kind of the important thing, because it's the language used after weight loss, after a testimony, in order to prevent advertisement or a statement from being misleading. And this is key, and it's very important in businesses like ours, because there's always somebody watching us to see if we make a mistake and they're ready to pounce on us. And using these claims and disclaimers properly is grounds for losing your business. So, today, our Optavia business is our lifestyle, provides our lifestyle. It has for over 12 years now. And we do not want to do anything that would ever cause us to lose our Optavia business, which means that corporate could come in and say, look, you are in violation of the way we do things, and could actually take our businesses from us. Now, believe me, there would be processes done and warnings and that kind of stuff before. But, you don't want to, we want to do things right. So here's the new clinical studies that just came out. This was one that we partnered with a facility and did research specifically on our Optavia 5-in-1 plan and the coaching model. And basically there were two groups, 66 participants in each group. One was a control group, the other was the Optavia group. Those in the Optavia group followed our 5-in-1 plan. They had the coaching, they had our materials, they had the materials with the Habits of Health system, the monthly newsletter, and this was all over a 16-week period. All right, I'm going to mute everyone. There's somebody on an iPhone that I'm hearing. I just don't know who. So I'm going to mute everyone so we can get rid of background noises. Hold on. Nope, that muted me. All right, we'll try to keep carrying on. And these were the results of this program. Hold on, I'm going to stop this share so I can get to participants and mute everybody. All right, guys, hang with me. Deanna, now that's you, darling. Thanks. It happens to all of us, please. There we go. I'm just going through and, whoops. Some people I can't mute, but those that I can, I am. Especially the telephones. It's a little bit different than all the people that are on with us that, are live. And we're glad you're there on the phone. Okay, let's try this again. And we'll go back. Share. Okay, so the claim, the findings were individuals who talked with their Optavia coach more often lost twice as much weight. These are the claims. There was an emphasis on the participants on the habits of health, not just weight loss, and exercising more, sleeping better, and clothes fit better. These were the claims. So in these, as we take the results of this study to be able to share it, and we do, there are different kinds of claims that we can now make. So the first claim is you lose more weight than dieting on your own using our Optavia program. So anytime this claim is used, you have to use the disclaimer here below. In a clinical study, the group on the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan lost 10 times more weight than the self-directed group. That's the disclaimer. Okay, the second, we have three claims with disclaimers. Claim 2, average fat loss is 10 pounds. So if we say that the average fat loss is 10 pounds, then the disclaimer we have to use is, in a clinical study, the group on the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan lost 17 times more fat than the self-directed control group. That is the disclaimer, okay? And all this is going to be recorded to where you can review it if you need to. And then, whoops, how did this happen? Okay, guys, hang tight with me. I love that y'all are so graceful. Okay, claim number 3 is talking with your Optavia coach more often may help you lose twice as much weight. That's the third claim. And if you use that, you have to use this disclaimer based on the results of a 16-week clinical study. Those who participated in at least 75% of their 23 assigned Optavia coaching calls lost 15.2 pounds compared to 6.7 pounds for those participating in fewer calls. So that's more than double. So we must use these disclaimers with these claims. So if we're just using regular before and after pictures, these are the disclaimers that we use. If only weight loss is mentioned with no time frame, I lost 50 pounds, no time frame, the disclaimer has to be worded just like you see here. In a clinical study, the group on the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan lost 10 times more weight than the self-directed group. The average weight loss on the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan is 12 pounds. Now, when weight loss is mentioned, along with a time frame, I lost 50 pounds in 5 months. The average weight loss on the optimal weight is the disclaimer. Is 12 pounds. Clients are in weight loss on average for 12 weeks. So you can see how, depending on what you say, dictates the disclaimer. So, you know what, to be safe, I find it's a little confusing. A lot of people do. If ever you want to be safe, use the, you always want to use the err on the side of caution. I like this example. In a clinical study, the group on the 5-in-1 plan lost 10 times more weight than the self-directed group, but you always put in the average weight loss on the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan is 12 pounds. Okay? Any questions or anything on that? I'd be happy to stop at any time. And this is just, you know, it's kind of some of this technical stuff that it's all part of just doing business. Okay? So when we do... Yes, who's somebody has,
yeah, sure. You know, we say average weight loss is 12 pounds. We lost 10 pounds of fat.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
2 pounds.
Well, it could be muscle fluid, you know.
I mean, because something I've always said is we don't lose muscle in the program, of course, because of the amount of protein in the fuelings, it protects muscle mass. So there is a little muscle loss, well, I guess. I don't talk about it, believe me. It's right. Not
exactly. Exactly.
But I'm just curious what we're saying there.
That's right. No, that is right. It's not all, you know, our program is muscle sparing and provides it, of course, it's in a comparative world. Comparatively, you know, people on our program will lose a lot less muscle mass than people on other programs, and that's because of the protein carbohydrate balance in our products. Okay. All righty.
Pat, I have a question.
Sure, Dr. Guy.
When it says an average, the average weight loss is 12 pounds, but they do not specify the 12 pounds over which period of time. Because when you say 12 pounds, we all know that most clients lose more than that.
Exactly.
So it should be important to say those 12 pounds is over a month or 2 months or 3 months. Don't you think so?
Well, but
it sounds like the 12 pounds is to the entire time they're on the program.
Right. It's just the way this is the legal malaise that we go through on this particular program. You know, when you go back to the studies, this was, and this is what these claims and disclaimers are based on. It's a 16-week period. Whoops. Did you see it here in the?
Yes, I did.
This study that these new claims and disclaimers are based on was a 16-week period. I don't know all of the ins and outs of the legalities. I just know these are the wording, which can be confusing, you know, is what it is. So I wish I had a better answer for you.
Hey, Cynthia, you know, keep in mind, though, they do state the time there, I think 10 weeks or whatever we say, 10 weeks. Yeah. There's one of the, 12 weeks, I'm
12
sorry.
Weeks here in this one.
So remember that, but also this includes people from a research standpoint. It also includes people that have started and stopped, done it for 1 month, did the program for one, you know what I'm saying? So then the study would have to include all of those folks, not just those that have 50, 80 pounds to lose, some that have 10 pounds, some that have 60 and stop at 80. So it's an average.
And the big word is average. See, some people didn't do the program properly. They didn't lose weight. The ones who did lost maybe a lot more than this, and yet it averaged them all together.
Okay, I understand.
You know, it's confusing. It really is. So how do we go back now and find anything you've posted from June 26 forward? We need to change. Like, see this one, here's one, it has and you can barely see it, and this is what most of us do with disclaimers. You barely see it in the bottom of this picture, the disclaimer. It's hardly legible. Happens to be on my timeline. It's on June 25th, so it's fine. I don't need to go in and change this one because it's before June 26th. But we do need to go through our Facebook posts, and I may do it after we go through these examples, and look at how do we do this? How do we go back through our social media and correct our pictures? Because I went through mine, and guess what? I found all of these that I need to go in and correct. All of them. They had they still have the old ones, and you can see they're all since June 26th. So we're going to talk about that, not only that it needs to be done, but how do we do it? So here's a picture. I actually found this one this week. Somebody posted it, wasn't mine. And of course, there was a story with it on Sandra. It had no disclaimers on it. That's not a good thing. Anytime we do a picture like this, you have to have a disclaimer. Because you know what? You know, you've heard the saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words, even though it doesn't say Sandra lost. And I don't remember what this one in particular was. But we must do a disclaimer. So what I did is I took this same picture. I went into PicMonkey. I love PicMonkey, and we'll talk about a couple of different ones. No, not PicMonkey. I use LipPix, L-I-P-I-X, and you'll see it coming up. I went in, put that same picture, and you can see I put the disclaimer on the edge here, the correct one. So if I post this picture, even though it didn't have it, you know, I found this on Facebook, so that it's not my fault that it's not right. But if it's going on my page on Facebook and my timeline, it's going to have the correct disclaimer. Sherry, I saw your hand up.
I'm sorry. So the disclaimer has to be on the actual picture, or can it be in the post?
No, it needs to be on the picture, because the post, you know, it needs to, I've been told, now, there may be some flexibility here, but it needs to be, I've always been told it needs to be on the picture. You know, the pictures don't move. Now the post, the original post with the picture stays also. But we'll look at a couple of different examples. Here's one with it on the right side, same one. Here's one, you see it right in the middle here. It's not very big, but it's there. Yay, it needs to be there. Here's one, it's on the bottom. You know, see it here? You guys seeing them?
Yeah.
So, yeah, nobody says they have to be legible. You know, you want to make it big enough to, or, you know, not legible, maybe just readable. Here's one in white. Now, see, I like them to be a little bit contrasting. That's just my personal taste. Here's, this is an old one. Vonda's been around for a while, but the claims, you know, just needs to be changed. Now, here's one. It's on the left side. And the thing about these are harder to change now. And this was one of mine that's 813 posts that I may just go in and hide it because I haven't figured out how to be able to get rid of it. Some others, I'll show y'all, basically it's through editing the picture that I get rid of them. So now here's one. This is actually, I got things on my screen. I'm hoping y'all can see this. With the claims are, and this was all part of the picture. I feel like this claim is way too big. It doesn't need to be this big. Because, you know, a lot of people will read it and think, 12 pounds, that's nothing. You know, that's where my mind goes, even though, you know, I've been doing this for all this time. So if I had, you know, if this was my picture, I would definitely make this smaller. The good news is, at least the claims are there. You know, the company has said we need to have the claims. So I would definitely go with this. Now, how do we, let's see, what's my next slide? So, photo collage apps. And I have a phone app. Here's the sad thing. I have one on my phone that I really like, and it's this LipPix, Lipix. I think it's a free app on my phone. I don't think I've paid for it. I love it. PicMonkey is one that is another one that's very similar. Now, both of these I tried because I work off of my phone, then I email them to me myself, I save them on my computer, and I use them. That's not the easy way of doing things. I went this morning to see if I could download LipPix to my computer and realized I think it's about a $40 app for my computer. I did a little research and realized I have PicMonkey on my computer. And it's an app I paid for because it's going to come up due in December. So then I fooled some with it. And as soon as I'm done with these few more slides, we're going to go just live to the computer and we'll look at some of these things. So where did well, then basically that's the last slide. The other thing is I just wanted to remind everyone the technical training, we're going to go live to my computer, we'll do things live. The technical trainings, the trainings that I've done, the recordings on Optavia Connect, they're in our Facebook group and the Team Creating Health, that group, they're in the files. If you go to the files, sometimes we get stuff in these things, we have a hard time going to Facebook groups and finding what we're looking for. Well, there's certain things we can put in files, then you go to files and it's much easier to find. And so there is it's a Word document that has Team Wellness Training Video is what it's called, but it's all the Optavia Connect recordings I have done. So we'll go and look at that too. I'm going to stop my share real quick, and I'll still share, but we'll go. Let me get my Facebook up. Any questions? Okay. Well, here's the first thing is up. Any questions? This would be a good time. I'm going to show you my computer is on Facebook, so we'll go right to the Facebook group. So this is Team Creating Health, and see files are here on the left side. Everybody see it? If you don't see it, please, unmute yourself so we want to be sure. Now, and there's great stuff in here. Here's the Team Wellness Training Video list. That's the list and of my trainings. If you click on it, these of the Optavia Connect trainings. You go here, if you click here, it'll download the form. Let me get rid of this message. Okay, let me move this. Okay, and you go to your downloads now. Here's the list. Click on the link. It's opening. Here are all the recordings. This, 14 different recordings on different topics. Here's the title and the topic. These are all, you can see this is the length of them. The longest one is 8 minutes. So as you want to continue to improve your skills in Optavia Connect, as your business grows, some of them become more important to you. Here's some great trainings on how to use these, okay? And so we're trying to put things in places that are easy for you to find. I'm going to go back. We talked about, oops, can I not go back? Yeah, here we go. Let's go back to files here. All the great trainings. And here's a document. And basically it has the trainings of all these last weeks since conference. What do I say when people ask what I do? Health professionals. And then here's our training, our Saturday trainings, July 28th, August 4th, August 11th, August 18th, September 8th. And then this one will come through also. So in the files, in most of the Facebook groups we have, I know Team Wellness is another one that we use. If you go to files, why can't I get out of here now? Click here. In any group that you're in, you often will find things of, important things that for the group, their before and after pictures. We probably need to go in here and get the claims right. That would be a great project. Anybody want to volunteer? It would give you great practice. Anyway, time management, Becca, just different things that you might want to look at. Okay, any questions? I'm going to stop this share. And what I'd like to do is go in and I'll go to PicMonkey. I'm not near as good at PicMonkey as I am at LipPix. Well, you know what? I'm going to try one other thing. I've been, and this is one thing, I've been on technical support. I'm trying to share my iPhone. If I could share my iPhone, and I was, nope, it won't let me. Makes me sad. If I could have shared my iPhone, and we've done this before, where on this Zoom, I can show through AirPlay, show my phone, and it won't let me do it. I'm going to try one more time. I'm working on my phone here to see if I can get it. It does everything. It says but I got to enable mirroring on my phone, and it's not letting me. Okay, so much for that. We'll go to PicMonkey. PicMonkey is an app that is on my computer. Let's see if I can find it. And I'm pulling it up, and then I'll share again. Any questions? Anybody else have a photo collage that you use that's been real helpful to you?
I don't, Pat, but I am just curious. You know, I watch all these commercials for Nutrisystems and all these, you know, Jenny Craig and all these companies, and I never see any disclaimers on them. I don't know if I'm just not seeing them, or I'm just kind of wondering. I know our company has been really, really careful because we have so many business lives that depend on the success of the company. But are we under different guidelines than other companies, or am I just not aware that they are showing them? I don't know.
You know, I agree, Jill. I'm like, is it because we're a New York Stock Exchange company? What's the deal? How do they get away with that kind of stuff? I really don't know. I really don't know. It's a great question for one of our lawyers. Great question. I'm not sure. So on PicMonkey, choose an image to edit. I use computer, and well, first these are the ones I pulled them up. The app, the people that, like, here was a couple in my Facebook. It was just an example. Well, let's see if it's. Oh, PicMonkey's winking at us. Okay, see, I pulled this one up. It has the disclaimer on it. I had saved this one to my computer. Now, I'm going to pull one up. Let's see if it'll let me do this again. Open new. See, I'm just following here. It's saying from my computer, I want to pull up a picture. So here's the same couple, and it had the old, this one had the old disclaimer. See it here on the left side? So that's how it's an old disclaimer. I don't know how to, I'm going to pull up another one. I can't, this is not my picture. This is a picture I did off of Facebook. So I don't know how, even with cropping, I can't, because of where the disclaimer is, I cannot crop that one out. I'm going to show you an example of one that I can crop. And I think, yeah, Dan, here comes Dan. Now here's Dan's before and after. It has the old disclaimer. So what I can do here on PicMonkey is crop. I clicked on crop on the left, and you see it's given me this box here. You guys see how I'm editing? So you give me the box. And what I'll do is I'll just bring it down and stop it here before the, and cut off. What I'm actually doing is cutting off the disclaimer at the bottom. I'm back on the left, I'm clicking on apply. Here's my picture, okay? So that's the picture. Then if I want to add text, here on the left is the text box. You know, it's like a edit function. If I want to add text, then what I can do is go to my, let's see if I still have it. Nope, that's a different thing. I was trying to see what I had on my, I can copy the, let me go back. I can copy, that's not what I want to do. From my PowerPoint here, I can just copy the claim and paste it into that text. So, you see here,
Here we go.
Or you can go to a Word document anywhere and copy your disclaimer. we'll go back to my computer. If I can find my PicMonkey, here we go. And here it is up here on the left. I'm actually inserting, whoops, no, my text. There it is. Okay. And then you work with the text. You can make it smaller here. You can drag it, you know, you can change it colors. There's so many things you can do here. Watch this. Let's see. Well, it's not highlighted. If I highlight the text, then I can change it colors to make it red, make it green, make it blue. And so there's just really a lot of things you can do in these apps. You can see me here making it small. What I'm trying to do now is drag it. So you just got to get in. Whoops, there I lost it. Boy, I made it way small. Oh, way too small. Hold on. All right, make it bigger. I need to get the whole box. There we go. Oh boy. I'm trying to pull the box. Yeah, see, I like them at the bottom, but now it's tiny and it's a color I don't feel like I can see. It's too tiny. I don't know why it's so tiny. The box is bigger than the print. Okay, so there we go. And if I click on the picture, then basically it is done. Now I still have this one in here, this Team Wellness. I would have to go out and go back and get this. Okay, here we go. And I think if you click here, I deleted that. So there's the text. I'm gonna delete this box.
Just click out of it.
There's nothing in it. There you go. When you click on the picture, it'll be gone. So I would encourage you guys, like I say, I love the one on my phone. If you work with here, there are templates here. If we go to templates, that's text, textures, there's templates. I'm gonna click on templates. Don't save, I don't need that one saved. They're bringing up all the different templates that you can have. Now I like blank canvases for these before and after pictures, and there's just a wealth of them here. What I like about my PicMonkey on my phone is that it gives me lots of options. I'm going to pull it up and just see if I can share, you know, basically just from sharing my, you guys put me in the, everybody do the speaker view. I don't know why I don't, on my camera, I don't come up in the speaker view. Okay, see here, see the different, can you guys see by looking at my picture, see the different options that are available? Let me show you some more on my phone that are available, and that's why I like PicMonkey so much, is because of the different, skip this, hold on. Here we go. This is the one I really like. See, they give you where you can upload 2 pictures side by side. They can be left or right. They can be up or down. They're different shapes, that kind of stuff. And it's just very easy to use on the phones as well. But that's why I like LipPic because of the templates that it provides. Any questions or anything on this? They're really not hard, and a lot of people do them with all their family pictures and, you know, all the fun stuff that we do just daily in our lives. I'm going to go back. I'd like to go back to, not that. I think I'm sharing my screen still. Back to Facebook. You guys see my screen?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, here we go. Let's do some screen sharing. How do you find your post? And so we're gonna look, I'm gonna look here now. You should be able to see my timeline. So if you want to go through and see what your pictures are, that was one of my posts. This was one of my posts from yesterday with the picture. And if you go to the carrots, you see the carrot? I'm on between the picture and the actual post. I'm on the right side of the picture. If you use that carrot, you can screen through your pictures to find out which picture did we, okay, here's one. This one has the correct disclaimer on it. It's on the bottom. So that's how I found which pictures do I need to go in and correct. That was one that was good. This one is one this one happens to have the disclaimer right in the middle of it. But it's the correct one, so I'm safe there. So that's how you can find out, do my pictures have the right disclaimers on it? And I want to encourage you maybe to go through on your own Facebooks. And then this one has the right one. That's a good one. But like I say, you saw the dates. I have some that I have to go in and correct. Either go in and correct them, and I will on the ones that are easy to do. On the ones that aren't, I may just hide from my timeline. Some of them have been for a while. Any questions or anything? Whoa, I keep hitting that click end meeting. I'm going to end up ending the meeting on us. Okay, any questions? Who wants to, on any topic? Was this helpful?
Yes.
It's a lot of information, and I feel like it's just one of those things we got to get in and play with it, to find an app that you think will work for you, or get a free one on your phone, see how it works on your phone, and then if you decide to invest on one for your computer, go for it. Questions? Anybody? Laurie, I see you.
Yeah, I've got several actually, but I'll keep it so that everybody gets a chance. Before and after photos that we have in Simple Systems, is somebody taking on, updating that, or no? We got to do that individually ourselves. Do you know, Pat?
Yeah.
Or no?
I don't know, Laurie, and we don't have access to it. So what I would say is, isn't there a whole link with before and afters? I would say do not use those.
Okay.
And we have things that are coming. The Miller team is the one that did the Simple Systems. And I know we have some upgrades and new material coming. In fact, we may talk about it on this same training next Saturday. And so be very careful. I just want to encourage you, do not use photos that do not have the correct claims and disclaimers.
And then the other question about the photos is, we had a date of August 27th that we had some leeway there, but you're saying we have to go, I thought we'd only have to go back to the August 27th date. That's not true. You have to go back to June 26th.
Yes.
Okay.
We had until August 26th to start using from the new. It's like they gave us 60 days to.
Okay. I was hoping, that was the date going forward. Okay, very good. Thank you.
And again, somebody's got to, come after us before it would become a problem. My thing is, do not post anything going forward that's not correct. If you don't have time to go through, or, believe me, it would be a warning, first of all. But Sherry Marks, who is part of Greg and Whitney's team, she did have compliance send her a thing. I don't know if y'all saw it in Team Wellness. She shared it with us that they did send her an email saying, hey, this is not compliant, get this corrected ASAP. Okay, another question, anybody? Okay, Martha, I see you. Martha's on quiet, but I hope that answered your question. Well, here's Facebook groups. You know what, there's another group, on Facebook that has stories. It has the pictures and the stories. Is that it? Before and after. I'm going to click on this. Let me see if this is the right one. Yeah,
that's the one.
It's transformation stories. Okay, let me. Martha, thank you. Martha put this in. I forget about this group in the chat. I just clicked on this link, and here are stories with the correct and pictures with the correct claims. Okay. The name of the group is Transformation Stories to Share. Now, I think you have to ask to be in the group. I think Transformation Stories to Share. This is on Facebook, everybody. And so does everybody know how to do these? Like, here's one. See, we cannot share these, which that's a good thing. Does everybody know how to take this picture and this article and share it to your Facebook? Anybody want to see how to do that? Everybody know how to do that?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so when I have something like this and I want this picture, you click on the picture you get the options button here at the bottom. See the options? Okay, now this girl, her name is Stephanie. I don't know, let's see, what did she lost? How much did she weigh? I read the story, so I know how to name the picture. Her name's Stephanie, duh. She weighed 377. Does it say? I like to use whatever amount of weight they lost. I've lost 141 pounds. Okay, so you see the option button here. This is Stephanie. I take it, I download. See the download button? Okay, so it just downloaded this picture of Stephanie. Whoops. Right here. Now on my Mac computer, when I get something like this, let me get, I lost it. Here we go. I go to, why is this not letting me? Usually what I do, all right, I'm just gonna, I don't know if, wait, no, that's not the picture. Is this the picture? Okay, here's the picture. I'm previewing it. I have to duplicate it and then I save it. Now, when I save it, I have, you know, my computer, I go to Optavia. I have pictures. See, I have a folder, pictures. In my folder, I have before and afters. So then what I get to do is name this, and I will name it Stephanie minus 141. So I know she lost 141 pounds. So if I'm looking for, you know, a picture of somebody, Stephanie I know is a female. If I don't have a name, I'll put male, female, and I'll put the amount of weight. And I save that picture, okay? Then now I'm just closing this. All right, here's Stephanie's story. A couple of different things. You can just copy and paste. Copy the text. See, I just highlighted all. I did a Control C, which is copy. Now I can go to my page. I'm back on my own timeline. I hit photo and video. Now what I'm looking for, I'm going to Optavia. I'm going to my pictures where I just saved Stephanie. And here we'll find Stephanie 141. And I'm uploading that picture. I come to back to where I can type in text. There's all the text. There's Stephanie's picture. If I hit share, it's on my timeline. Now, to take it another step, if I want to save this information that the text, I will open a Word document. I will get a new document. Here I just did a paste, and then we'll save this, and I save it with her picture. Watch this. This is just my save, my documents, Optavia 1. I'm going to pictures. Back to my before and after pictures. I'm going to find Stephanie. Now remember, this is a Word document. So I'm looking for Stephanie 141. So I'm going to name my Word document the exact same thing I named the picture. So now they together. Let me show you. I'll show you when I'll go back in to my Optavia 1, to my pictures, to my before and after. Somebody's tooting a horn. Here's Stephanie 141. You can see that's the Word document. Here's Stephanie 141. That's the JPEG that I saved. So the two are here together in my before and after. So in 2 months, if I decide I want to post Stephanie again, or, you know, I go back. This is where how I save before and after pictures and stories. And if you go to that group, let me go back. What was the name of the group, Martha? I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to click on it. Transformation Stories. Martha put the link. Let me stop my share. Martha put the link in the chat. Does everybody see it in the chat to go to that Facebook group? So there's great pictures and great stories. And that's a good resource for before and after pictures. These are all company approved verbiage, as well as they have the right. Now see, Pick Collage, that's another app that you can use for these before and after pictures. You might be looking at, look at the pictures. If you have a mature client, you might want to use somebody here like Terry Ann. If you have, women, couples, men, there's a lot of great ones here. See, this one to me, the claims are a little big on this one. That and it's a great story though. And this Dave, he's has a great story. A lot of medical conditions were much improved. Any questions? This is a great resource. Here's one where they really did. They use Photo Editor. That's another app. But most of them give you this option to do more than one picture on them. Here's a gentleman. I like the ones couples. Sometimes you see families. But great, here's a couple. Okay, 276 pounds. That's a lot of weight. Well, he didn't look that big. Maybe that was a start weight. I don't know. I didn't read the article. Okay, was this helpful?
Yes, thank you, Pat.
All right.
Okay.
Pat, that research, is that shareable? If somebody were to say, I'd like to see the research, or do we go back to the prior document?
Yeah, that's in your Optavia Connect.
Okay.
Under, I think I got it under news, or it's under a resource. If you put in claim, type in the search box claims or disclaims, and it was there. If you need it, let me know if you can't find it.
And question for the group, if I might ask. I've got a group of a physician and an RN I stayed in my evacuation here. I stayed in an Airbnb in a place, and so I'm just thinking about the best to send to them. Invited them to take a look at the program. I see Dr. Guy's here, so what is a good, if you don't mind, for physicians? We don't have one. A short one, 7-8. I would like to make a suggestion that we create one with some doctors. We have JC, of course, but maybe a couple physicians to share with physicians might be a good option. Just want to throw that out there because I can't think of one, a short one.
Well, Pat and I worked on one for many, many weeks. Had Greg Rex approval. And as far as I'm concerned, you're welcome to share it.
Oh, I didn't know about it.
It was a letter. It was a letter.
It's a letter.
Oh,
and,
okay.
I don't know if the letter is very much to the point. And I'm very comfortable sharing. And so if Pat agrees, I think.
I'm happy to. I think Lori was asking more of a video type thing, Lori.
I'll take whatever you got. I'll look at it. So I'm open to any suggestions.
Well, I don't have video. I haven't built up the courage yet, but I'm working on it. And
appreciate that.
so
let me look at
I have the letter, and now I have to do follow-up. I sent out 20, and this week I'm doing the follow-up phone calls. And the letter actually did not talk about, we just said we have evidence-based.
It's generic.
Generic. We did not mention the research because it wasn't posted yet, but you're free to change that if you want to say the research shows. So I'm very comfortable sharing that with you, Laurie, or whoever wants to.
I would love to see it. So thank you so much.
Pat, do you want to send it to her?
You were short on, by the way.
Happy to.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I said courage I never thought you were short on, just from my perspective.
Well, certain things I am.
I know. Yeah,
On certain things I am. Pat, would you send it to Laurie or whoever wants to?
I'm happy to.
Thank you. Good luck with that, Laurie.
Thank you.
I'm looking for a couple of calls, Laurie, that come to mind. I love JC's 7-minute one. That's one. It's in Simple Systems and everywhere. Becca, and I always say I want to encourage anybody on this call, before you ever send anyone anything, be sure you watch it and you feel real comfortable with it. That's, to me, is the trick. If you go into Simple, Becca Tinter has a 15-minute one. Mm-hmm. You might want to look at it, but it's not just for health care professionals. And I think you'll see more and more, we'll have some things come up.
Okay, thank you.
We're working on. Okay.
Great training. Thank you.
All right, troops.
Thank you, Pat. Good training. Appreciate it.
I'm happy to stay for a few more questions. If anybody has questions, please. And I want the rest of you to go and have a wonderful weekend. And just remember our friends on the East Coast that are struggling with the tail end of this very slow moving Florence. Laurie, again, so happy you're okay. I hope our other coaches.
I'm so happy you didn't see me all of a sudden floating. I'm waiting. Hasn't started yet though here in Charleston. I mean, it got rain last night, but it's not the clouds. It's a weird sky. I'll be posting some pictures today, so it'll be fun to watch it move in here. But well, not fun, but interesting. Anyway, okay.
All right, guys. Unless anybody has anything else.